Hello everyone, welcome to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. So today we have a morning treat. You probably noticed I'm dressed a little different. I actually have my athletic wear because hubby and I are about to go take our morning walk. And so one of the things that I thought you could, learn about how to make something very simple and easy, and you're multitasking at the same time. So we decided to get up. I'm gonna make today an egg white frittata with vegetables, and it's in the crock pot. So some people put it in the oven or they might put it on the stove, but I'm putting it in my crock pot. I'm setting it for high, and this will be done in basically 45 minutes. So let's get started. What I have here, and again, you can modify this based upon what you would normally put in, let's say, an egg omelet. I have chopped spinach, I have chopped tomatoes, and basically I used roughly a half a cup of the tomatoes. I have some red bell peppers that I'm using, but any colored bell peppers is fine. If I had yellow, I probably would have done that just to add a little variety of color. I have chopped onions, and then I did chop up some turkey bacon. So again, that's up to you, and it's not cooked, okay? Because we are going to have it in for 45 minutes. The other thing I have is I prepared a mixture of cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese, and so the mozzarella is actually fewer calories, so I use a little bit more of that, but 1 cup. But it's up to you. You can use all mozzarella, all cheddar, whatever you'd like. I like the little mixture. And then on the eggs, so this is where you're going to vary it. I have 8 egg whites and 1 whole egg. For me, I much prefer just the egg white, and I still watch my cholesterol. I know there's been studies that have said that the yolk is no longer tied to high cholesterol, but if you look up eggs, it's still high cholesterol with the yolk. So I limit my yolk, but I did add 1. If you were doing this with whole eggs, then you only need about 6. And again, some of this is also predicated on the size of your crock pot. I got turned on to this crock pot by my sister Karen, and I've loved it ever since. So it's a little bigger, particularly on the bottom. We're not filling this thing up. It'll only come up likely about maybe 1 inch or 2. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, I've got some salt and pepper. So the first thing what we're gonna do, and this is how simple it is, you're just dumping everything in the crock pot. But before we do that, let's spray it with some Pam, because we're gonna want it to come out of the pan. So just spray the crock pot like so. And then you're gonna go on and add your vegetables. Again, I just like spread it kind of evenly. And here I've had probably about 1.5 cups because I wanted more spinach, of course. Next, I'll add the bell pepper. And again, like I said, any color. Red has been known to have greater nutrients, so hey, you can go red if you want. Then I have some tomatoes. So again, I'm just evenly spreading these ingredients in my crock pot. I'm gonna go on and add the turkey bacon. You can have regular bacon, you can have no bacon. If you want to put some fish, it's totally up to you. And then we're gonna add the onions, okay? Again, spread kind of evenly throughout. Now, some of you, and this is something that I kind of learned from my niece, Siobhan, and that is, Siobhan, you're not gonna add this because when you cook onions, they caramelize and basically they turn into sugar. So, excuse me, if you're trying to limit your sugar intake, eat the onions raw, so don't put it in a mixture like this. So next what we're gonna do is take the eggs, because I did have that 1 egg that was full. We're gonna go on and beat the eggs nicely. And you just have to make sure that you have enough eggs to cover what you put in there, okay? And I'm gonna just add some pepper and salt. And for me, some people like an exact amount. If you had to have an exact amount with this, I would put like about I'm gonna say a quarter of a teaspoon, no more than that, okay? Maybe I would start with an eighth of a teaspoon. But for me, I'm a cook, so I can look at it and kind of tell how much. If the pepper is not, and I try to use equal amounts of pepper and salt. And I don't like things very salty, so go with an eighth, and you can always add more on top of it when you take it out if it's not enough, okay? I'd rather that you have less, and you can always add to it, okay? So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, I want some more pepper. I don't see enough pepper in here for me. We like lots of pepper. So it's ready now. I'm going to now pour it in. And then what you do is you top this mixture off with your cheese, okay? So let's get this out of the way. Now I'm acting like my father, cleaning up. So again, I'm just pouring this so that it covers the top. And this is like a perfect amount of egg. It's obviously going to be hard for me to show it to you because I don't want to move it, obviously. And I did preheat my crock pot. So the nice thing that I'm able to see, because I preheated it, is I can already see the outside of it starting to form. And then I'm just going to use my hands here. I'm mixing up the cheese. Make sure it's mixed well. And then just, again, evenly spread the cheese on the top. And so then all we're going to do is we're going to go out. We're going to get our walk in. We tend to walk anywhere from 2.5 to 3 miles, particularly on a Saturday. And so we're going to just put the lid on it, come back 45 minutes, and it should be done, okay? So let's let it cook. We're going to go get our walk on, and we'll be back. Hey, I'm back from my walk 45 minutes later. As you can tell, I had to change my top because of sweating. And of course the hair, did its own thing. That means I had a good workout. And I wore my cap while I walked. Nonetheless, again, the whole idea here was kind of that multitasking, right? I was able to go out, get a invigorating power walk, spend some time with my hubby, and come back and now have a great breakfast that's ready. So one of the things I like to try to do is take it out as whole as I can. It's really hard to do without breaking some of it. So I've actually kind of sliced the part that didn't come out so perfect. But here you go, your egg white vegetable frittata. So let's take a little taste. You can see it's very compact. And the nice thing is what I do with this is we'll eat off of this, during the week. We may alternate days in which we have this versus something else. But this is also something you can freeze. So, if you're single, for example, we'll just cut it in half and cut it in sections. Put it in a freezer bag and voila, take it out, put it in the microwave or put it in the oven, and you've got a great breakfast, okay? So I like to make this particularly on the weekends so we can eat it during the week. So let's go on and take a bite, and as you can see, it's very cheesy because I put a lot of cheese, if you remember. But this is just a beautiful dish. It has everything. It has your protein. It's got vegetables of all sorts. Just delicious. Let's try. Good. Good. And I've actually paired this up with a little bit of toast. Actually, my good friend Tila turned me on to manna bread. I understand you can get it at Earth Foods or Whole Foods, Earth Fare, Whole Foods. But anyway, a nice little something to go with your morning breakfast after you've had a great workout. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. That means whenever I come out with a new dish, you get automatic notification. So thanks again for your support. Bye-bye.